click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
Well, geez, good God Almighty, the brash and the brazen is here to get you ready for the next several hours before a Monday Night Raw as we give you the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most definitive in WWE, the most volatile news, rumors, headlines as it happens in real time, all the backstage stories we're going to unveil and reveal to all the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers. And as always, it is very crucial and important to sign up to become a channel member today. It's also very important to donate and click the link below this video in the comments section. Now, it is May the 19th. Wait a minute. Did I just hear myself say May 19th? Well, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you might want to Google it. You might want to Yahoo it. You might want to ask Jeeves why you shouldn't bring up May the 19th, especially during tonight's telecast of Monday Night Raw. Obviously, referring back to a massive storyline that involved the Big Red Machine, the Monster, Kane, back in the early 2000s. Or should we say the middle of 2000. You know, it's not too professional when your cat is trying to interrupt and intrude the show. You want to talk about an invasion. My cat is trying to destroy the legacy, the longevity of the brash and the brazen. But we're not here to talk about cats. Hell, we're not even here to talk about hats. But we are here to talk about the hottest, the latest, the most descriptive, the most thorough, the most in-depth in WWE. So let's get right to it right here and right now as controversy is reigning supreme. But as they say, controversy creates cash if you're Eric Bischoff. A controversial and history-altering moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it was on this day in WWE history, 1996, the WWE at that time called the World Wrestling Federation held an untelevised house show at Madison Square Garden, New York City. The live event was never taped and only fan cam footage exists of the show. It featured the infamous curtain call incident where the Clique members Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and Razor Ramon broke kayfabe after the main event and did a group hug. And it was Kevin Nash and Scott Hall's final night in a WWF ring as they were leaving for WCW. And of course, we will never forget ever forget that moment, that night, which changed wrestling forever. Now, some would say it changed wrestling for the worst, for the better. Some would say that people already knew. Some would say people were already in the know. Some say that they were shocked and they were surprised that this was really the moment that pulled back the curtain unlike anything we have ever saw in the wrestling business. And again, for better or worse, this is an event that will be memorable, remarkable, and will never, ever be forgotten. You will remember the day, the time when the Clique broke all the fourth walls. Whether you're a good guy or whether you were a bad guy, do you remember the infamous curtain call? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Because here on Seanview, we go deeper. We dive even more into the meat of the matter, because instead of just giving you the rumors and the news and the gossip and the speculation, we also are historians on this channel, and we must remember and reflect on those moments and the magnitude of it and how pivotal it really truly was. Keep in mind that during this time, Stone Cold Steve Austin, his popularity was on the rise to the top, which started at the 1996 King of the Ring and eventually led to the WWF winning the Monday Night Wars over WCW. So it's safe to say that the curtain call changed the future of the company in more than just one way. Without this untelevised house show and what happened after the main event, Triple H would have won the King of the Ring tournament and the infamous Austin 316 speech would have not happened. And the controversial moment led to a history-altering moment when Vince McMahon booked Stone Cold Steve Austin to win the King of the Ring instead of the Game Triple H. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash left, and HBK was the top guy. Vince ended up punishing Hunter Hearst Helmsley for the incident and canceled the King of the Ring for him to win that year. And then, of course, as we all know, again, like I said, the Texas Rattlesnake, the incomparable Stone Cold Steve Austin would go on to win and be one of the most memorable King of the Rings of all time, and what set off a chain of events that led to Stone Cold Steve Austin being the most popular superstar in the history of the WWE as it concerns live gates, attendance, merch sales, ticket sales, pay-per-view buy rates, Raw ratings. I mean, they escalated. They went through the roof. So it's a good thing the ways that things happened. It's good that it did go down the way it did and that it materialized. So there you go on that one, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Also on the Brash and the Brazen, we are also receiving word that the Dark Order's AEW future actually remains uncertain as creative plans for them have stalled, have went on the back burner, as the Dark Order's AEW future plans have been benched. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on the Dark Order of AEW. Also, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny reunite in New York City, and we all know the history and the havoc between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest on WWE TV and PLE history. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, got breaking news for tonight's Monday Night Raw. Yes, indeed, it is breaking news. Liv Morgan wrapped up filming for her movie Bad Lieutenant Tokyo last week, and fans have been wondering when she would come back. Now, fans are now speculating whether she'd return on Raw this week and how her current status for the week's show has been revealed. If one checks out the WWE website for the May 19th, there is that May 19th date again. You don't want to say May 19th. You don't want to say it. For Greenville, South Carolina, one would find out Liv Morgan is currently advertised as one of the superstars. So it would appear as if, again, plans can change, but it would appear as if we will see a monumental return and one half of the tag team champions, Liv Morgan, tonight on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Morgan was last seen during the April 28th episode of WWE Raw, and fans have been eagerly waiting to see whether she would return as soon as possible, as fans feel that there is a lack of star power in the women's division without Liv Morgan around. And again, interrupting me. Also, Kofi Kingston, former WWE champion. Yes, I know that may not seem right. Kofi Kingston, former WWE champion, calls out fans for disrespectful behavior in public. And again, this just seems to be the motto. This just seems to be an ongoing nuisance. This seems to be troublesome, where WWE fans just don't know where to stop and when to stop and how to stop, because fans just get a little bit over the line. Also, Kofi Kingston schools an interviewer for calling WWE Championship a belt. And we all know that Vince McMahon was not too fond of calling a title, a championship, a belt. Conan shuts down racism accusations over El Grande Americano character. Do you feel that there should be racism behind the El Grande Americano character, especially as we know that it is Chad Gable behind that mask? But when will it be revealed? When will it be unveiled that it is Chad Gable behind that very mask? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. The Viking Experience gimmick left the War Raiders very frustrated, and the War Raiders are on a path of destruction to hopefully one day once again become the reigning World Tag Team Champions. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the War Raiders. Kevin Nash blames the Young Bucks for Cody Hall's career-threatening neck injury. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. As we all know, it's a part of the business. Accidents do happen. Sadly, unfortunately, untimely, accidents can either break you or sometimes, in Stone Cold Steve Austin, they can absolutely make you. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Darby Allin fulfills a promise to plant AEW flag at the Mount Everest summit. Rey Fenix calls out Jimmy Uso for a singles match. Yeah, when is Jey Uso going to get that push? When is he going to get that initiative like Jey Uso? Will Jimmy Uso get as far as Jey Uso one day? Only time can tell on that. But it appears as if the way that the WWE is utilizing and portraying Jimmy Uso, it doesn't seem like a big push is going to come anytime soon. But would you like to see a match between Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix? It's all about your thoughts and your vibes below this here very video. The current favorites, the current betting favorites to win WWE Saturday Night's main event on May the 24th is absolutely being revealed online. Jasper Troy awarded NXT contract as the winner of the WWE LFG Season 1. What do you think about Jasper Troy getting his opportunity to shine? Is this guy going to be the next headline or the next main eventer in the WWE, or does he have a long way to go? The WWE Raw preview for May the 9th. Again, I don't want to say May the 19th. The confirmed matches start time and how to watch online. There's a variety of different ways that you can catch and that you can watch Monday Night Raw. The Undertaker, the Conscience, the Dead Man, the Hall of Famer. The Undertaker crowned WWE LFG Season 1 winner. The Undertaker winning a title at this stage of the game. The truth behind MVP cutting to commercial break during AEW Dynamite. Jasmine Knox, WWE NXT absence being explained online. WWE NXT cut time from Jordynne Grace versus Julia matchup. Also, sadly, unfortunately, as there is death in the world of professional wrestling, it seems like we're going to bring up another time, another day of another death. As it is very much premature. The premature and untimely deaths, ladies and gentlemen. According to a 2014 study examining pro wrestlers who were active between 1985 and 2011, mortality rates for professional wrestlers are up 2.9%, and they are greater than the rate for men in the wider United States population. Experts suggest that a combination of the physical nature of the business, no off-season, and potentially high workload with some wrestlers fighting more than 100, even 200 matches per year, along with the drug culture in the wrestling during the 1970s, 80s, and 90s contributes to high mortality rates among wrestlers. So, I mean, the list is very sad. It's very horrible. With one star, Jeanette Boyer dying from a brain hemorrhage, 18 years old, viewers, fans, subscribers. At just 18 years old of a damn brain hemorrhage. Very sad, very horrible, and obviously very tragic. Also, a wrestler also died, or in the name of Oro, viewers, fans, and subscribers. 28, guys, viewers, fans, 28. Arthur Leon Barr, and again, we talk about the pastime, the history, the perspectives of the wrestlers that paved the way. Arthur Leon Barr briefly wrestled for World Championship Wrestling. He found his greatest success in MAA administration promotion at just 28 years of old. Heart attack caused by a drug overdose. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to those that wrestled, that put it all on the line, that put their heart and their hustle, their emotion, their character. They tried to get over, but there's been a lot of wrestlers that have died very premature deaths, their 20s, their 30s, some 18, some in their teens. Very sad, very tragic, and very heartbreaking. And these are the videos that are tough to do. It's hard to get over, but again, our thoughts and our prayers go out to those. But viewers, fans, and subscribers, I suppose there is more where that came from. Because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, Mike Raybeck also dies in a bicycle accident. He was very much featured in the Beyond the Mat wrestling movie. Brock Lesnar spotted getting a pedicure? Yes, you're damn right. You heard that right. Brock Lesnar spotted getting a pedicure. And we're going to leave it right there, viewers, fans, and subscribers. It doesn't get no more star-studded than the Brash. The reason where we raise the bar at all-time levels and new heights to the delight of each and every one of you. Remember to become a channel member today. Donate, super thanks, super chat. Do it all below with your credit card. We have plenty more to come. It may be the end of the month, but we're just getting revved up. Subscribe.